YouTube. So I'm back. I'm sorry it's been so long since I've made a video. I think the last time I made a pregnancy vlog, I was 5 weeks along. So there's and I appreciate everyone's concern that I've been missing but everything's still good to go. I am now 10.5 weeks along. But I just have been feeling like poo. You know, I always thought that because my mom's pregnancy with me was so picturesque, as she liked to say, that my pregnancy would likely be as close to picturesque as it could be. But alas, that is not the case. This pregnancy has been rough so far, and I know that it's only the first trimester, so things have nowhere to go but up. And I am starting to feel better, which is why I'm making this video right now. But do your dogs like to climb up on the back of the couch too? That's Monica. She's my baby and will always be my first baby. But I've been just dealing with severe nausea, and if I could throw up, that would be great. If I could just actually throw up, I would be a happy camper. And my midwife told me that she gets a lot of that. People that have nausea just want to throw up, and people that, actually do throw up just wish they could just have nausea. But I guess the grass is always greener no matter what. But my nausea is, or has been, pretty ferocious, 24/7. As of, I'd say, middle of last week to now, I've been feeling better. Lethargic, very, very lethargic. Again, starting to feel a little more lively. But I just didn't have the energy to talk to a camera at all. And I'm working part-time from home, and it's all I can do just to keep myself working, much less making a video. Insomnia, it takes me a while to get to sleep anyways, even before I got pregnant, but the insomnia has kicked in, and my husband, I love him. I want to marry him during the day, and I want to divorce him at night, because his snoring, I have no words to describe the unbridled anger I feel at him at 3 o'clock in the morning, which is like what I call my witching hour, when I have to get up and go to the restroom. But then I come back and lay down, and he's sawing wood next to me, and it takes me anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour and a half to 2 hours to fall back asleep. And in the meantime, I'm punching him and kicking him and covering his face with a pillow. I promise I do that. Covering his face with a pillow and just telling him to turn around. Or one night I was like, "Gilbert, you're driving me crazy. Go to the couch." And he says, "Yes, babe," gets up and drags himself to the couch at 3 o'clock in the morning. But it's just so frustrating that I can't go to the restroom and go and lay down and go back to sleep, because his snoring, his snoring. It makes me angry just to talk about it, his snoring. And my husband is the kind of man that can close his eyes and be asleep. I've clocked it before, and between eyes closing and snoring, 9 seconds. 9 seconds. It's jealousy talking, most likely, but he can fall asleep at the drop of a hat. He can fall asleep standing up. He can sleep through a tornado. I have to get off this subject. Okay, so insomnia, constipation. Need I say more? Constipation, not fun. Heartburn. Damn with this heartburn. And my baby, has caused me to want Italian food, pizza, carbs, cheese, tomato sauce. All of those things are known to give you heartburn, and that's what I have. So at night when I lay down or try to lay down, I'm dealing with nausea and heartburn. And if you take too many Tums, it makes you constipated. So it's just, it's an endless cycle of blah. And acne. I don't think you can see it. I think I've got good light going on here, but I woke up yesterday morning with 8 new arrivals on my chin and, my neck and my chest. And so while I'm going through puberty again, and they hurt. So, yeah. So I'm trying to remind myself that as long as all of this discomfort is happening, I've got a life inside of me, and that's what I'm trying to remind myself. And I kind of worried that there was no connect, and I know that that's a natural feeling. I just don't feel connected because I'm so busy feeling like crap that I don't feel connected to anything inside of me. But while I've been feeling ugly and fat and hormonal and whiny and hungry all the time, I need to remember that things are getting better, and they are slowly getting better. And I went and saw my midwife for my first appointment on Monday, and she said, when I see you again, you'll be feeling tons better. You won't be feeling anything like this when I see you again in 4 weeks. So in 4 weeks, once I've hit my second trimester, I'm thinking she's right because I'm already feeling a little bit better each day. I have notes over here, so that's where I'm looking. So on the subject of my midwife, as you may or may not know, I am not going the traditional hospital OB route. It's just not how I'm wired to want to go to doctors and be on doctors' calendars and doctors' schedules and Pitocin and epidurals and cesareans. That is just not how I'm wired. So I am going to a birthing center, and I have several friends and acquaintances who have used this birthing center, who have nothing but stellar, wonderful things to say about it. And I may be overweight, but I'm healthy as a horse, and so my body was made to do this, and there's no reason why I should have to do it at a hospital. A sterile, cord hooked up, masked hospital. That's just not who I am. So I've chosen a birthing center. It's a little bit farther away from home than I'd like it to be, and we are in the middle also of buying a house, and we should close on our house in the middle of July. So we're moving even farther from the birthing center. But while this is my first pregnancy, they won't allow me to do it. They won't allow a home birth because they don't know how I'll react. So fair enough, and I agree with that. My second birth, if everything goes well at the first, my second will then be at home. But this birthing center is worth the drive, in my opinion. So I went and saw my midwife on Monday. My husband went with me, and had some blood work taken, and blood count, blood sugar is all good. My blood pressure is fantastic. I have had issues with my thyroid in the past. I have hypothyroidism, or at least borderline hypothyroidism, of which I was taking some natural, like holistic Young Living, Young Living products for my thyroid before I got pregnant, but then stopped taking those because I got pregnant. So she said that my midwife told me that my levels are low, and that for those of you that don't know, if you have a thyroid issue and those issues are not addressed or treated, that can affect brain growth. It can inhibit brain growth, the baby's brain growth, which could then lead to things such as autism. And while I would love my child endlessly and unconditionally if it had autism, I want to do everything in my power to prevent that if possible. So my husband and I are going back on Tuesday to do a full thyroid panel. And if they find that I need it, they're going to send me to an endocrinologist who will then treat me using synthetic medications for that. While that doesn't sit well with me, I'm going to do it. This is my baby, and it's not about me. So an endocrinologist will know a lot more than I do about this. So if I need to be on synthetics just until I deliver, then that's fine, and that's what I'll do. So that's the only kind of concern that we have going on right now is my thyroid, and how it can affect the baby's growth. But on a positive note, we went to go hear the heartbeat, and she pulled out the little Doppler and was searching and searching and searching. And 10 weeks is kind of early to hear a heartbeat, she said. Usually by 11 to 12 weeks, it's easier to hear the heartbeat. So she found the baby's heartbeat for a split second, so split that I didn't hear it. She heard it, but I didn't. And so instead, she pulled out her little handheld sonogram machine. So instead of hearing the baby, we got to see the baby, which was the coolest experience of my life to date. And what's so funny is that my little baby Bean was just dancing. I like to joke that the baby was break dancing inside of my womb. You could see the little arms moving back and forth, and the little legs moving back and forth, and just active, like there was a club in there. Like there was club music and a DJ, and there was some happiness happening in there. And it was so funny because I guess I know that babies move in the womb, but in my head they kind of float around. Not just, I don't know, it was so funny to see. I keep referring to it as a him. So he was flailing all around, and then all of a sudden he was done with the cameras, and he turned his back, and we couldn't see anything but, his back profile after that. So, and we were able to see his heart beating, not so much hear it, but see it. And I think it was unexpected because we were not expecting to see the baby, and see his formed head and arms and legs. So, that was wild. And I was floating, and still am. And that helped me make a connect. Even though I can't feel the baby, having seen it and moving, furiously moving, was enough to help me make that connection. So with that, I'm going to try to take better care of myself. I really kind of dropped the ball. Haven't been exercising or really eating healthily. I've just been giving in to every craving I have, and that's every meal that I have. So I'm really going to try my best to work on that, and that will also make me feel better. So, what else? That's my update. I don't really have anything else. I will try my best to update you guys after I find out more about the thyroid screening, and let you guys know what's happening with that. So at this point, I am 10 weeks and some change, 10 weeks and like 3 or 4 days. So far, so good. Feeling a little bit more like a human every day. And I hope everyone else is doing very well. For those of you who have contacted me about the essential oils that I've been taking, really all the information that I have to give you, I gave you in that video. I have a little bit more in email. So versus putting a comment below and asking me for info, in the comments below, if you're comfortable with it, just put your email address, and I will send you out the email that I've already drafted up to send to people. And as far as specifics about those oils, I can try my best to answer those via email as best I can. So anyway, on that note, I hope everyone's doing well, and baby best to everybody, and I will do my best to be better about these videos. So I will talk to you later. Bye.